Hey, it's RC Thornton here. So if you're a business owner with a substantial back IRS tax problem, like you haven't filed taxes in years, you owe them high five figures, six figures, multi six figures, maybe even over $1 million in back taxes, you know, one of the number one things you're probably thinking is, can the IRS just show up, take my stuff, padlock my business, you know, throw me in the poorhouse, essentially? And that's kind of like the number one fear most people have, but people also kind of want to know the facts. So I want to lay it out for you. The IRS absolutely can take almost anything you own under law. Basically, it's more about what they can't take, being very limited. There's limits for things like if you have livestock worth $6,000. So if you have some cows, that might be okay. Tools of the trade in your business for $2,000, $3,000 worth or so. Little stuff like that, they can't take. Everything else is fair game. Your car, your house, your bank account, your retirement account. A lot of people don't know. A retirement account can be on the line as well. All of this stuff they can seize, unfortunately. And it's part of their tools that they use to enforce and try to like collect when people are ignoring them. But the real question you probably have is, what are the odds of that happening to me if I'm in this situation? Like, what's the brass tacks of the odds of that happening, and how do I prevent it to the best of my ability? Well, it really comes down to a couple things. So I've represented a lot of clients who have absolutely had this problem before they hired us. And 9 out of 10 times, the reason that this happens is they are blowing the IRS off. The IRS typically does not go after people who are being cooperative and proactive about fixing their problem. They garnish people who are blowing them off. That's what I've always seen. The people that, you know, have had their, bank accounts drained, that have had the IRS showing up to seize their assets of their business or them personally, that's always what it is. So if you're worried about that happening, you need to really just ask yourself, how proactive are you truly being about the resolution of this situation? And if the answer is you're actually trying to solve it, the odds of your assets being seized are very low. If you're showing a lot of good faith and intent to get this fixed. If you're out there just guns blazing, ignoring them, like live for today kind of attitude, I mean, if you owe enough, they're going to come after you. No questions asked. So that really kind of leads to a bigger philosophical question you need to answer for yourself, is how important is it for you to try to get this thing wrapped up and fixed so you can move on with your life? And if you do, you should be able to protect your assets and move on. If you want to blow them off, totally different story. They can, and I'm going to repeat this, they can levy almost anything. Like if you're a business owner, they can go after your customers. They can go to your customers and say, hey, you know, all that money you owe the taxpayer, send it to us, the IRS. And, you know, they can go after, I've had, clients who the IRS went to their church, like to get information about their tithing. It's not pretty. And, blowing it off is just inviting all that stuff into your life. So if you've had enough blowing it off, you want to get it fixed, you just need some sobering counsel on how to do that, then what I'd invite you to do is click above or below, and basically you'll be able to set up a meeting with me personally. And I'll kind of just walk you through where you are. We'll figure out what the situation is, and I'll show you how I can help you get this fixed. And if I think, I can help you, I'll share with you what it will be and how it would work and all that. If there's some other resource, of course, I'll do the best I can to refer you in the right direction. But point being, like, if you want help, if you've had enough, feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to help you out.